everyone. So, everyone knows about hyperfixations. How you can grow so attached to anything that all you think about for days, weeks, months, even years on end. I've had a lot in my life since I was younger, and my very first one left a huge impact for me. Or even in my older years, I became hyperfixated on it. But we're not here to talk about that one. We're here to talk to you about one of my current ones. One that has reached into my brain and had not let go, even after almost 3 years. This hyperfixation has also taken the leaderboard of the top most fixed saved in my archive for your own bookmarks. 123 to be exact. I'm not ashamed. Now, let me tell you the story of Lego Monkie Kid. But first, I think you're probably wondering what I'm drawing. This is my Sona I made for Lego Monkie Kid. Her name's Wolfie, obviously. She lives on Flowerfruit Mountain with Wukong and Macaque. And to whoever is watching this who's never seen Lego Monkie Kid, you probably won't know who I'm talking about. But don't worry, I'll explain more in a bit. To give you a small explanation of where Lego Monkie Kid comes from, in Chinese mythology, there's a figure called the Monkey King. He's been around for a while. But he was made popular and is most well known for the story Journey to the West. In the story, he was paired with Zhu Bajie, or Pigsy, Sha Wujing, or Sandy, and the White Horse Dragon, Bai Long Ma, or as in Lego Monkie Kid, he's known as Allier. Each of them were tasked to guard and protect the monk Tang Shanzhan as they journeyed to the west to pick up scriptures. The reason they were tasked to guard the great monk was because they were on a journey to redeem themselves after wronging the celestial realms in different ways. On this journey, they were faced many demons, believing that eating the monk would grant them immortality. The story became immensely popular and well known for the Chinese people and beyond, leading to many Monkey King iterations and interpretations to develop from that story. The most well-known characters is Goku from Dragon Ball Z and Ha No Machine from Mega Man Zero, characters we would not have without the legendary Monkey King. Also, the most notable game for Sun Wukong in the most recent years is Black Myth Wukong, to give you another example. For how I got into Lego Monkie Kid, I don't exactly remember what date I specifically found the show. I know what drew me in. To people of the fandom will recognize this one word, but anyone outside this fandom will need a bit of an explanation. Shadow Peach. To the people who don't understand, Shadow Peach is a ship name. Also, really quick tangent. I love the ship names and duo names this fandom has created. None of the names ever use their actual names in the ship names, like the majority of fandoms, like ships like Durari or Hickstrid. To show you some examples, Spicy Noodles, Dragon Fruit, Iron Dumpling, Golden Dragon. All of these names are ship names for characters in the fandom. It's genius! Then we have the duo/friendship names. Dark Horse Duo, the Traffic Light Trio, Sunburst Duo, Soy Sauce Duo. Do you see what I mean? It's so cool. Honestly, this is a few reasons why I love this fandom so much. End of tangent. I was browsing on TikTok one day and came across an animatic video of Dancing and the Dreaming from How to Train Your Dragon. It showed 2 characters singing that song. I've never seen them before, and I grew curious, looking more into them and finding more videos. I soon figured out they came from a show called Lego Monkie Kid, and currently 3 seasons were out. I then went to a streaming service that had it and binge-watched all of the seasons available. I knew I was hooked the moment I went to AO3 before I even finished watching the episodes. The animation was so amazingly fluid, the voice acting was top-notch. Praise to Dak Day Sena, the beloved voice actor of Sokka. and the story was chef's kiss. Now to the new people. To this, I bet you're going, Wolfie, you never told me what Shadow Peach is. I'll explain to you now. Shadow Peach is a ship name of the six-eared macaque and Sun Wukong, or the Monkey King. In the book, Wukong and Macaque are part of the four celestial monkeys, the stone monkey of numerous wisdom, who Wukong, knowledgeable of celestial and earthly matters and ability to alter the stars. Red-betalked horse monkey, who is knowledgeable in yin and yang, human affairs, and can move his wills, which helps him evade death and lengthen his life. The long-armed gibbon has the ability to grasp the sun and the moon, cross thousands of mountains, and judge right from wrong. And finally, the six-eared macaque, who is known for keen hearing and understander of all things, like the past and future events. We never meet the other two monkeys, but the six-eared macaque shows up and effectively replaces Wukong with his shape-shifting ability, knowing the king so well that he can pass off as the Monkey King, and no one but the great Buddha could distinguish the two. The six-eared macaque has been brought into many Monkey King iterations with Wukong, and they have been seen as childhood friends or as enemies. Those two in Lego Monkie Kid were friends to enemies. And I do love me some enemies to lovers. Also, they remind me a great deal of Sonic and Shadow. I got attached to those two way too hard! Don't judge me! This story gripped me so much, and I loved watching every episode. They even had some movies and specials added on. The show follows a boy called MK, who, like me, is hyperfixated on Monkey King. The story opens to a narration of how Monkey King trapped the demon Bull King under a mountain with his mighty trusty staff, leaving it behind, never to be seen again. Soon, the world moves on, and a city is built around the legendary staff, and on top of the Demon Bull King, or DBK's mountain, called Megapolis. MK works at a noodle shop called Pigsy's, run by a pig demon, and narration is done by a scholar known as Tang. MK soon finds himself near the staff, and watches the Princess Ironfan and Red Sun, the wife and son of DBK, as they were able to remove the staff and free him. MK gets the staff, and soon, with the help of his friends, May, MK is able to escape. Pigsy, Tang, MK, and May soon meet up with Sandy, and they embark on an adventure to go to Flowerfruit Mountain, the home of the Monkey King, to return his staff back to him. I won't explain too much in case I got new viewers who want to watch it. The show and its story has such a grip on me, I started branching out to other Monkey King stories. And yes, I played Black Myth Wukong when it came out. It was the first time I ever played a Soul-like game before. I was so attached that even my Epic the Musical hyperfixation, Lego Monkie Kid started bleeding into those two. I could talk about what character would go where for what songs, but I'd be here for another hour, and we don't have the time for that. I have a problem, and I am not afraid to admit it. Now, you probably don't care what character is my favorite, but I'm gonna talk about him anyway. If you know me and my preference, for some reason, the angry or dark characters are always my favorite, especially if they have a heart of gold hidden underneath. So, it was no surprise that I latched hard onto the six-eared macaque. His voice actor for Macaque was Billy Camptes. Every time I listened to Macaque, it always had a special air of realism to his voice. Don't get me wrong, everyone in Lego Monkie Kid is top-notch in acting-wise, but hearing Billy for the very first time in this show was phenomenal. When Season 3 came around, I was so hyped because I got more Macaque. In Season 1 and 2, he really only showed up in one episode a season, but when he started showing up more in the third season, I was so excited. I finished Season 3, and that's when I discovered Billy unfortunately lost his battle with colon cancer. I am so grateful for the more episodes Mac had gotten in Season 3, so I could experience his amazing voice acting more. Then when I was waiting to see when Season 4 would start, I was curious to see who would take over the mantle. When the first episode finally aired, I discovered who would be Macaque, Alejandro Sab, or, in the VTuber world, Sayu, who I absolutely adore. And I instantly knew Macaque was in good hands. I love Alejandro's performance as Macaque. Both he and Billy pulled my guy off well. Macaque's character entirely is just so good. The sarcastic asshole who might possibly be good in the inside? Sign me the f*** up. I claim this man and no one can stop me. And yes, this is where I will admit that I mayhaps simp for him. Alright, fine, I fully simp for him. What's funny is he's Lego. Like, why? Simping for Legos aside, another aspect of the show I love is all of the funny and amazing references it has. There's Dragon Ball Z reference with the Yamaha death pose, and a dragon cube, a Dragon Ball in the shape of a cube. Also, Goku is the voice of Sun Wukong in the show. If it doesn't go full circle. Avatar The Last Airbender, when Aang does his flying marbles trick, MK, again, voiced by the character that voices Sokka, does the same pose but with Monkey King's staff. JoJo Bizarre Adventures even gets its own reference, where legit the art style changes from Lego to JoJo's art style. And as usual, you can't have a show with vehicles and not have one with the Akira slide. I always crack up every time I see the references. The show has also the perfect blend of serious and unserious. They were able to take moments that were supposed to be cool or cinematic and sprinkle in a funny joke or action. It's never intrusive in those moments, and it always feels so natural when it happens. There was only one episode that I fully cringe at the entire episode because of a weird bit MK is doing. But honestly, it's only one, so I can handle it. Since then, Lego Monkie Kid now sits at 5 seasons strong, though with no word if it will be getting a 6th season. I love and adore this series with all of my heart. But there are 2 things that I have slight annoyances with. These annoyances don't change my opinion about the series, and let's be honest, there are always going to be something you dislike about your favorite media. The first one is, Lego Monkie Kid has never been well advertised outside of China about anything. The Lego sets, or even a whole ass theme park. But I didn't even know about it until it opened up, and only from Twitter. Though I will say nothing was worse than knowing when the next season would air. I had to deal with it twice with Season 4 and Season 5. Many fans were left doing deep dives just to find any information about any release dates. The only indication of us getting the next seasons was when LEGO released sets based on the show. It wouldn't be long after that it would finally air on Chinese TV programs. After it aired in China, it was then finally released to the rest of the world after a while. I legit followed an unofficial Monkey King news Twitter account that keeps tabs on trying to find out when the next seasons came out, because I didn't know where else to go. I didn't have to deal with it for the first 3 seasons, but I was in for a rude awakening my first time waiting for Season 4. That, unfortunately, we were left hanging in the dust. The only ad I've ever seen for the Western audiences of the show was for the 5th season, and even then it wasn't for us. The 5th season was handed off to another studio called Wildbrain. Flying Bark Productions was too busy with other projects to animate that season. Many people didn't like the downgrade in animation, but I'ma be honest, I'm just happy to get the 5th season, so I didn't mind as much. The show used to be full-on drawn animation, but then when it was transferred over, it went to rigging animation. Puppets, essentially. The story still had the same writers at the helm, and I was content with that. To be honest, it takes a lot for me to hate changes for a media that I adore. My second small annoyance with the show is the seasons are not on one single streaming service. Many watchers have to jump from service to service just to watch the full series. When I first started the first 2 seasons, it was on Amazon Prime, but they were then transferred to Pluto and Peacock. But I haven't touched Peacock because the last time I checked, they did not have any of the movies. The movies are Hero Reborn and Revenge of the Spider Queen, and they are very important to understanding the seasons. You have to watch A Hero Reborn before Season 1 and Revenge of the Spider Queen before Season 2 if you want to understand the story. So, Peacock not having these movies at all makes watching the season so confusing. Pluto is good though. The only bad thing I saw about Pluto is third season special is uploaded, but no Season 3. For Season 3 and 4, they have 4 extra episodes that accumulate into a special at the end of the seasons, that tie off the end of the show with a satisfying conclusion. Season 5 does not have any movie or special, and only has its 10-minute, 10-episode runtime. Then, Seasons 3, 4, and 5, plus all of their respective specials, are all on an app called Happy Kids. It's not a bad app, but the search function only ever looks up episodes, and never the series itself. You have to go to the Lego section of the app just to find the show. I just want them all to be on one streaming service, please? As you see, there are a few problems with trying to watch it. It would be so much more helpful and a lot less tiring to watch the show, especially if you're not used to Pluto, Peacock, or Happy Kids. I'm used to it now, but when I first watched the show, it was very confusing trying to find where they uploaded all the episodes. Though, I think I have it easy in my regards, because people outside of America, it can be even harder to find, or even fully not even available to watch. I don't remember the other streaming service for other countries, but you might have to do a bit of research yourself if you're not in America. Despite these annoyances, I still love this show, so please don't take any of these too much to heart. I would love for people to experience the world that is Lego Monkie Kid, and I hope I do convert just a few of you to watch the show if you are a new viewer of it. I've also been successful in bringing a friend to the ways of the dark side. I mean, Lego Monkie Kid. So much so that they made a Sona alongside of mine, and we have our Sonas interact with each other's. I'm looking at you, Spooky! There is a slight purpose to this video than just me telling you about the show. Us fans have been left in the dark on if there even will be a Season 6, and no word from LEGO was given if the show was cancelled. This show means so much to so many people, and there have been a rally backed by many people in this fandom. We just want to give Lego Monkie Kid the proper conclusion it deserves, if it is truly cancelled. I wanted to do my part to get more eyes on this amazing show. So please, sign the petition I'm leaving linked in the description. I wanted to use my love of Lego Monkie Kid to show off to you all and maybe, just maybe, convert you to the ways of the Lego Monkie Kid as well. Please renew Lego Monkie Kid. The red Thank you all so much for watching my video. It was so fun to be able to sit down and tell you about one of my favorite hyperfixations. But don't worry, I'll have a lot more stories than all of my hyperfixations. And also, I do apologize if I got any of the names wrong for any of the characters in Monkie Kid or any of the voice actors that I have said. I do apologize. And I hope to see you all in the next video.